annoying those annoying messages were. But anyway, so I was saying that Coke develops agar, and again, that's to overcome the limitation of having to use potato wedges, which are not a good culture medium for a variety of microbes. Um, so the agar was basically a way to solidify, so they could make nutrient-rich media out of gelatin and more host-related compounds, blood and gelatin and things like that, as opposed to starch from a potato. And that allowed them to cultivate a lot of pathogens and to work out Koch's postulates on many different types of microbes. He also developed a petri dish, which implemented the use of the petri dish that was developed in another lab. And so you could use these glass dishes, which could then contain his media and solidified agar, and then he could actually, again, do his pure culture isolations, and then dispose of the material, the agar material, and then clean the dishes and reuse them. And again, that led to both broth and nutrient agar as a way to study microbes. And then obviously that allowed them to come up with new methods for isolating microbes. And lastly, immunological studies kind of exploded out of the work by Koch and Pasteur, particularly, and probably the father of immunology was Edward Jenner, who used a vaccine procedure to protect individuals against smallpox. And again, this work actually preceded the work establishing the role of microbes in disease. And so Jenner didn't really know what was causing smallpox, but he assumed that it was something transferable. So this little YouTube video is really kind of neat. It's a kind of cartoony sort of overview of the work that Jenner did. I want you to watch it. I want you to understand the difference between variolation and vaccination that Edward Jenner used to control smallpox, which was a devastating disease. I mean, even in the 20th century, smallpox, probably has killed 500 million people. So it's been a scourge, even though we had vaccines. But the widespread vaccine campaign to eradicate smallpox was extremely successful, and we owe most of that to the work by Jenner. So again, watch that YouTube video and get a sense for the difference between vaccination and variolation.